Alright, the strategic analysis. This is my favorite part of the business plan. This is how you're going to basically describe how you're going to come into the market and beat out your competition and create a successful business. This is, for me, the heart and soul of how you're going to maneuver and play the chess game that is a small business. So the first thing is the company mission. In your company mission, here's my opinion. If you've ever worked for a Fortune 500 company or any larger company, you know that you can spend all weekend trying to put together a mission statement, wear yourselves out, and when you're done, you have a large, ambiguous paragraph that nobody has any idea what it means. And that is not what we're going for here. What we want to do here is have a simple, one-sentence, inspirational, memorable mission statement. And some examples are Google. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible. Again, short and inspirational. Levi Strauss, theirs is to clothe the world. Again, short, memorable, inspirational. At one point, Ford, when they first started, Henry Ford's mission was to democratize the vehicle, which seems crazy, but it was a very inspirational, big, hairy, audacious goal, as Jim Collins would put it. So you want to think about your mission statement. Think about what you love to do, the reaction you get from your customers, some of the qualities of your business, and come up with a one-sentence inspirational mission statement. Sustainable competitive advantage. Why would people come and do business with you over somebody else? And the answer to that question is you. You bring unique qualities to this business that nobody else can match. So what you want to do is say something like, your competitive advantage comes from your management team's unique combination of educational, professional, and life experiences, and that history makes you the top choice for your market in providing your services and products. And this is really going to be a big deal. It's going to help people understand why should they pick your business over others. And you can reword that down here. You can see it here. But the point is, the difference between your company and your competition is you. Creation of value. In the book, The HP Way, Dave Packard talks about what a profit is. And what a profit is when you bring in your goods, your raw materials, and you convert it into something that your market will pay. The difference between what it costs you to produce it and what they're willing to pay for it, that's the value that you create. Those are the profits. So think about your creation of value. How are you packaging? How are you delivering expertise, products, services, a difference in their lives? What are you doing to create a value that they will pay for? And why will they turn to you for that value? The key success factors, or key factors of success as some people call it, this is really why people will come to you specifically. So like for a gas station, it may really just possibly be price and location, or it might just be location. Have you ever seen one of those gas stations that's out on like a Pennsylvania turnpike and it's the only one for 100 miles? That location is their key to success. They are there and people are going to stop and buy gas from them. What is it that's going to get people to stop and buy gas from you? What are the things that are going to make it so that people come to your business instead of somebody else's? Your core competencies, this is what are you good at. One of the concepts in Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, is the Hedgehog Concept. Is think about something that you can be the best at within your market. And think about what really separates you from your competition and what are you so good at that you can work on it and become the best at it within your market. And those are your core competencies. So it might be a trade. You're specifically good at a certain kind of, building a kitchen cabinet. It might be customer service. Whatever it is, what are you really good at that you're going to build this company around? Your market position, this thing is called like an industry fish tank. And what you want to do in here is you're going to describe first up here, are you high quality, high price? Are you low cost? Are you fast? Do you deliver it faster than anybody else? What kind of an image does your company have? Is it the image of, say, a Mercedes, or is it the image of like a Kia or a Hyundai, right? And you want to make sure that that image really comes across in everything you're communicating. So as we look at this, you can look and see, let's just imagine this was your industry, but I'm going to use automobiles as an example. The size of the bubble is the size of the competitor. So you can see something like Mercedes is going to be pretty small. If you look at something like a Lamborghini, that's going to be even smaller, and the Lamborghini is going to be higher priced, right? And it's going to be higher quality. And we have quality down here, but that could easily be something like differentiation instead. How are you different from your customers? Do you have a high degree of differentiation or a low degree? In the car world, again, we have maybe GM or Ford here in the middle, and they're pretty big competitors. And so what you can see is if you're starting your business, maybe Toyota is a little higher end, a little smaller. Actually, these days they're getting pretty big, aren't they? You want to make sure, let's say this one's you. You want to make sure that your price and your quality don't sit in the middle of Ford, or don't sit in the middle of Toyota, or don't sit on top of Lamborghini. You want to make sure that you separate yourself. So maybe that's you are at this price level, but you want to find some way to increase the offering, increase your differentiation, increase the quality. And so what you want to do in this is just list out all your competitors. You can just type the competitor right in next to each color, and then go in here and move them around and say, well, these guys are pretty low quality, but they're high price, so that's a good thing. Nobody's going to be there, right? You can say these guys are actually really low cost, really low quality, but they've got a good chunk of the market. So just find out where do you belong in the whole picture. The SWAT. This SWAT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and trends. Trends we talked about up in the 5 forces model. So the strengths, what you want to talk about is the strength of your business. Now I know you have some personal strengths and those might really apply, but we want to think, do you have exclusivity in your product offering? Do you have products nobody else can get? Do you have the best corner in the city? Do you pay attention to your customer, have great customer service? Do you have a technology that separates you from your competition? Do you have brand awareness? If you bought a franchise and so you have instant brand awareness. Weaknesses, maybe you have not, your location isn't that good. Maybe you didn't buy a franchise and you went independent, and so you have to work on your brand. Right now nobody knows who you are. Strengths, maybe you have 20 years in the industry and you're just breaking off and starting your own business, but the weakness is still that you're new to the market. Nobody knows who you are. Opportunities and threats. Opportunities are, where can you get additional revenue? So once you've gotten the business up and going and you're starting to turn a profit, what opportunities are out there for you to increase that? Is it new products, new markets, new services, going on to the internet, selling on the internet? What opportunities are out there that you want to make sure that you're thinking about, so when the time comes you can seize them? Threats. What could threaten the success of your business? Copycats. If somebody else sees what you're doing and decides to do it also. Walmart. Could Walmart get into your business and start to threaten you? Government regulation. Think about anything that could happen that would be a big threat to your company. If they change the laws. It might not be regulation, but they might release regulation that would allow anybody to do what you're doing. And right now the regulation is keeping competition away. So just think about what possibly could happen. And then trends, once again, look to the big picture, look to the future. Where could things go? In one of my past businesses, it was in high-end audio-video for homes. And we went from having the long-haired, two-speaker, powerful amplifier retail guy to installing surround sound into people's homes, to having computers running and everything. So if you didn't see that the world was moving toward computers in entertainment, then you could really miss that boat. If you didn't see going from the giant speakers to custom installation, then you could miss that boat. So think about your company and what kind of trends are coming down the line. Your business strategy, there's basically 3+1 strategies. Low cost. Low cost is like Walmart, right? Walmart goes after the entire market, and their strategy is that you will save money because they have the lowest cost, the lowest price out there. If you're also going after the entire market like Walmart, but you can't compete on low cost, you have to be different. And so that would be like Target. Target is differentiated. So low cost is one strategy, differentiation is another. Both of those go after basically the entire market. A third one is niche. And if you're going after a niche, then you're not competing directly with the low-cost provider or the differentiated provider. You're going after a smaller little piece of the market, like maybe Neiman Marcus, right? They're going after the high-end retail segment there, so they're not really competing with Walmart and Target. But Walmart and Target are definitely competing with each other. So low cost, differentiation, or niche. Now the plus one is something I learned from one of my best teachers in business school, is speed. So if you're just out there to do this faster than anybody else out there, then that is a strategy. So pick one of those strategies and put it in here and describe your strategic plan and how you're going to use it to your advantage within your market. And the next section is the financial plan.